Hi, everybody. It's Fiona May from Women on Transition. I want you to know that I've been where you are. If you're going through a separation or a divorce or a relationship loss, you might have felt alone and you might not have thought that anybody understood. I felt like that when I got separated and when I first heard those words that I never thought that I was ever going to hear. My husband sat me down one day and said, "I love you, but I'm not in love with you." And I tell you, in that minute, my heart just absolutely sank. I never expected that I would be a separated or divorced woman. I never thought for a minute that he wouldn't love me until we parted. We were best friends. We had a great relationship. And, it was so out of the ordinary for this to be happening. Time stood still in that minute. It was so surreal. I needed to just go and have a shower, and I just let the water run over me because I didn't want him to hear me crying. And I came back to bed and he wanted to hug me and talk to me and tell me that it was going to be all right, that he didn't want to hurt me, but he didn't want to be married anymore. And I knew that there was more to it. Things just don't change like that. In the ensuing months, things got crazy. Stuff happened that I'd never had to deal with before. I didn't know how to, be a separated woman on my own, managing my own emotions that I'd never had before. But I also had 3 children that were going through this. And, the truth was that even though they were young adults, they lost their dad. They lost their identity and they lost their family the day that I lost my husband. And so this was a shock for all of us. It is an extremely challenging time, but the reality is that you can and will get through it. Time does not stand still, but we can get stuck and not make progress. And for me, that just wasn't an option. I just refused to stay stuck and not be able to shake this off and recommence my life. This was a disruption that I hadn't planned for, that I didn't see coming. I didn't expect to have to deal with, but I also knew in my heart that I wasn't going to allow it to define me. Fast forward, for me, it's 6 years, and 2 years after my separation and divorce, I met an amazing new man because for me, I really wanted to have a beautiful new partner. I didn't want to live the rest of my life alone. I really value being in a relationship. So just because I was hurt, it wasn't an option for me to stay single. I made that my, task to learn how to be in relationship again. And when I started to date, my jingos. I had to learn how to do that because I had not been dating for 30 years. And I had to have a look at what I truly wanted, what I was capable of giving, how I was reacting. And I found some things when I started to date that I really didn't like about myself. I realized that I had lost my trust and I'd lost my ability to trust other people. I was feeling insecure about the decisions I was making. I wasn't even sure if I knew how to judge and pick the right character that I wanted to have in my life, because the man that I thought was an amazing man and had been my husband for 28 years, he just left. So I was really lost a lot of my confidence, and I realized that these are things that I have to work on. My story is just my story. It doesn't really mean much to you. All I want you to know is whatever your story is and whatever you've been through, there's other people that are going through or been through similar sort of situations. And while it's not your situation, we can understand. And, when it happened to me, I was looking for people who understood my story, who understood what I was going through. And this, ladies, I think is why we're really here. It's to give back, it's to change the world. And I think women are in a beautiful, unique position to do that. Know that other women have tread this road before you. When we can shine the light for other people, and we know where we've gone and what difference that's made in our lives, then we can be that example. And I hope that we can inspire you to be able to become your best self. So love to you, ladies, and we look forward to watching you shine on your new journey. Bye for now.